Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of We're in Trouble Now, the podcast where I'm joined by Mom and Brandon, and we have a casual conversation over our dinner table. Now, what's really cool about this podcast is it's basically inviting you, the listener, into what it is to have a casual conversation with this crazy family of mine. This week's episode, we're going to be talking about a 1-week update of Brandon and Mom's nose piercing. We're going to check in, see what's going on with them, their feelings, their thoughts, their concerns. After that, we're going to check in and see the pros and cons to working a 9-to-5, things we liked about it, things we didn't like about it, and overall experience of working a 9-to-5 job. After that, we're going to talk about Robert's goals and aspirations of working for the National Park Service. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Brandon getting ready to tackle the mountain. He's going to tackle that there mountain and see if he's ready before he makes a speedy exit. This and more on this week's episode of We're in Trouble Now podcast.
We're in trouble now. We're in trouble now. Hi. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, so it's been 1 week today that we've got our nose pierced, and the crazy thing is that it seems like the longest week I have ever had.
In what way?
In a way of so much nervousness the following week and a half prior. I think I told you when we were going to go do it.
Yeah.
And then just from like all that build up to finally getting it done, which lasted a second.
Yeah.
Which the pain in my mind was going to last a lot more than just a second. But getting it done, and now it's just like my body's kind of just like, I guess, resting up from all that, like...
Resting up?
Yeah, from all that nervousness,
Okay.
dude. Like, my body is just insanely tired.
Yeah.
But, no, it's good. I had one incident at Chick-fil-A where
that was...
What happened?
A thing.
So, the thing with my septum piercing is that, like... So, there's two sides, right? So, that you go under to clean it with a napkin, and then you also go over it to clean over the napkin. So, you got to go high and low on the nose.
Okay.
So I was going low because I felt like there was snot coming out of the low side.
Yeah.
But then Robert was like, hey, you got a lot of snot coming out of the top of your nose.
Yep.
There's two girls walking towards us. So I'm panicking.
Oh, I'm eating. So
I know. Well, I'm panicking because I'm just sitting there and everybody around us is like looking at me. That's just watching this bungee jumping cord coming out of my nose.
It was one of those things that almost got to the table.
Yeah.
And I was like,
wow.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Brandon, you wanna tighten it up?
Because it was
like,
It looked like
is it something in my mouth?
It looked like Turner and Hooch. You know how he had
100%.
like Wisconsin, the dog Wisconsin.
100%. So like I had to flip it up and get topside cleaning on my nose, and then I got all the snot, but for some reason, like my nose is just running. Like it happened yesterday.
Well, you said it was because of the way you chewed or something. Because it kind of like irritated your nose.
See, and the thing is that I also tested this, right? So I tested it. I went to Carl's Jr. yesterday, and I got some spicy chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see if it was only spicy food or food in general.
Yeah.
So I had the spicy chicken sandwiches. I was eating them, and then out of nowhere, it happened again. Like for some reason, it's almost like one side tears a little bit when I'm chewing. And then it's like every time I chew to that width of my mouth opening, it hurts.
Well, maybe you're just a very wide mouth chewer.
I put a lot of food in my mouth. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Maybe take smaller
parts.
Until it completely heals.
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think so?
It's probably the smartest idea, but...
Now, I know you had bought in more jewelry for your
did.
nose. Oh, how soon until you can change it out?
December.
Oh, so we were a little preemptive on our jewelry buying.
Well, no, she said 4 to 6 weeks, but we're going to wait longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
All
sake of mind.
What color would you get?
You know what's funny is I keep thinking about that. And, I bought like the regular hoop ones.
Yeah.
I mean, not hoop ones, but the horseshoe ones like I have.
Yeah.
There was rose gold, gold, black, silver. And then you also get like the horseshoe ones with like little pointy sides to it, which I don't even know about those. But honestly, I was thinking either like blue, black, or there's, like when you look at those cars and there's one color, but you go to the side.
Metallic.
There's another color.
Yeah.
Well, they also have one of those in there, so I was going to wear that.
Okay.
Actually, that's cool.
Yeah.
What
How
about
about you? Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to stick with what I have for quite a while.
I was gonna say it looked good on you.
Yeah. And Brandon, he did some research, like if I want to put a hoop in, like what size I would have to get.
Yeah.
And I would definitely stick with like the, like a dark silver.
Sure.
Natasha
has a hoop earring. You
Really?
guys could be hoop sisters.
Aw.
Does she have it in her ear?
I mean, she's got piercings in her ear, correct?
But she has
Her
a nose
nose?
piercing.
She has a nose hoopy earring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
would probably be the right person to talk to since she has one.
Yeah, because Brandon was saying because of where it's placed on my nose, he's already figured out like what size hoop I would have to
Brandon
get.
did?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Shay.
Yeah, I like that question. You're like,
Yeah,
My
so
brother?
Shay asked mom,
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, are you gonna put hoops in, or do you just want to keep a stud? Because
Yeah.
if she did a stud, it would be a little bit farther back.
Sure.
If she was gonna do a hoop, it would be a little bit farther forward than it is.
Yeah.
And
What did she say?
she was
I
like, "I'm
said
just gonna
I-
stick with studs."
yeah, I really, I mean, truthfully, I probably will stick with studs, but I really would like to see what a hoop looked like also.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
continue, Brandon.
No, so I was looking at it, and I mean, there's like 8 and 10 millimeter like rings, I
Yeah.
guess jewelry.
Yeah.
So she needs to get the 10 millimeter to get a little bit like longer, so it can fit in because she got her piercing a little bit farther back.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, but yeah, no, I would definitely. I want to keep it kind of minimalistic. I don't really want it to be like, hey, you know.
You should get one of those those earrings that like connects your nose to your ear.
Yeah,
You know, I'm always afraid somebody's just going to come up and grab that chain.
That's a good point.
or like
You know.
India
Or you get-
accidentally.
Yeah, I could see you
Yeah.
getting stuck like on a branch or something.
I could see, yeah, getting like stuck outside the door. Or I got my hand stuck in the Nerf gun.
Yep,
What?
that's pretty awesome. So we
Wait,
have this.
what?
We have this tennis ball launcher just because it's fun. And
Well, I
like,
got you the tennis ball launcher to get
to
the toys
get
out
the
of the
toy
tree.
out of the tree, which I did, but not because. But the tennis ball launcher, I got another ball stuck in the tree. So the tennis ball launcher was doing the opposite. We were adding instead of subtracting
Yeah.
two toys in the tree. But we had this like Nerf ball tennis ball launcher thing where you just put the tennis ball in the little launcher and you launch it. It's a really cool little
In
toy.
theory.
It keeps me entertained. I love it. And so I walk outside and there's mom with her entire hand down the barrel of the tennis ball launcher,
I couldn't
which is
figure
not
it.
where it's supposed to be. And she did it like it was almost like a baboon grabbing like a bunch of salt. She had her hand in a ball because she was putting the ball in there, and her hand was too wide, so it got stuck. And she's like, I don't know how you do this. I was like, okay, well, clearly that is not the right way, right? And she was like, my hand is stuck. Ow. She was like, how do you do it?
You
So she
know,
got her
yeah.
hand stuck in the toy tennis ball launcher for like 3-4 minutes.
And then
Yeah.
how'd you get it out?
Very
pulled it.
carefully.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you unclench your hand?
Yeah, because what it was is it was my hand that I had the tattoo just touched up on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it's got some fresh ink there. So I had to very carefully. It was like backing a car out of a really tiny garage.
Yeah.
I'm like,
A very stingy garage.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, no, I'm sure I'd be fine in the wilderness.
Yeah, you'd be great.
You're like, ooh, there's a hole in the tree. I wonder
Yeah.
if there's food.
Yeah, what other things do you just sticking your hand in?
Nothing, because I'm so scared that there's going to be a spider at the other end.
Oh, okay. When I was in England, we went to York, Natasha and I, and we went to this really scary dungeon. And it was like this first we thought it was like a dungeon, like, ooh.
Yeah, wait, was it?
No, it was like an interactive, almost like a play type kind of
Oh.
thing where you kind of learned about the history of York. And it was a little suspenseful and scary. And there's one very beginning, they would like elect volunteers to like do things that are
Nice.
either scary or kind of gruesome. And one, I can't remember his name. Natasha will probably remember it, but his name was like Craig. He was like this really tall white guy. And it was like they took you on a bunch of scenarios. So you would go like on a walking tour. And so like one part of the tour in the very beginning was like it was almost like a priest or like a monk or something like that. And he was writing names and he was like, we shall shun the non-believers. And
He was just somebody that they picked out of the crowd.
and they picked other crowds. So every interaction, every like scenario, they picked somebody else
Oh,
from the
cool.
crowd.
That's so
But they
rad.
picked Craig like 9 times.
because he was very animated.
No,
or-
just because just sheer luck, I guess. Because every single room you walked into was a different actor, a different
Oh, okay.
performer.
Oh.
So nobody knew that they were picking Craig, except for all the people who were like paid for the tour.
Yeah.
So every time they were like, "Oh, who shall be worthy?" and they looked at Craig and they're like, "Craig," and everybody would just die laughing.
Poor Craig.
Yeah, he got picked like 9 times, and there was only 10 like exhibits.
Oh, wow.
So do you think Craig was like, man, I just want to enjoy this
He
exhibit?
was eating it up.
Was
wa-
he?
Yeah, because he had his wife and kids, and
Oh.
he was just
Fun.
typical dad. He was having the most fun. But anyway, so the first exhibit, the little monk is like, "Who shall be worthy?" And then he was like, "Craig." And so that's how we knew his name, because he was like, "What's your name, weary traveler?" And he was like, "Craig." And I was like, "Craig, you must not be from these times." And it was just, it was really fun and interactive. But he had to stick his hand into like into like a giant hole thing.
Yeah, no.
What did he grab?
I don't remember. He grabbed something. He grabbed something that the monk asked him to. It was like a key or like a piece of parchment or something like that. Yeah, it was actually really cool. And then they picked him like 9 different times.
Dude, so did they go over any of the torture methods?
Yeah, Craig got picked again, and they put him like on this chair, and a lot of it was about cutting the wieners.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a lot of.
Ooh,
what would that remind you of?
No,
nothing.
Oh, okay.
When is Natasha coming out again?
October 28th.
Okay, everybody, Natasha is Robert's girlfriend from England who is coming to visit. Is there any way, like on the 29th, we can go to you guys should go to Not Scary Farm.
No.
It's not even scary. Dude,
it's
if you're going to go to
scary.
Universal, you're going to poop your pants.
I don't want to do any of those things.
Why?
I'm looking for the dates right now.
Then
I do believe, well, it'll be, okay, so like the thing is the 29th will be a Saturday because she lands on a Friday. I really don't want to take her to Knott's Berry Farm on a Friday.
Yeah, especially because if she was here the week before, we could have gone like on a Wednesday night or something.
Yeah, but like that's the thing though, is you can still do like Disneyland still offers the Halloween experience up until like November 5th.
Wait,
So
what? Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, Disneyland does.
dang.
Yeah, just because it's like the most popular time for Disneyland. Everybody loves going for Halloween, so they extended the days until after Halloween too.
You know,
just
truthfully,
because
I'm sorry. One of my favorite times to go to Disneyland was in Christmas. Christmas time.
I don't think I've ever been.
You know, we should do that this year.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, I know
As long as
Natasha
I
and I are going for Halloween.
Yeah.
Brandon, you went like are you going to come with us for Disneyland? Are you guys coming with us?
No, I'll have to stay with the puppy, but Brandon can go with you.
Oh, I'm good. I don't. Yeah,
we're
be
at
the
capacity.
third wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm cool. I'm gonna just go home and.
Well, you
can
like save us spots in the line.
No.
And so Natasha and I can have a good time, and you're like, guys, it's almost time, and then we just walk up and meet up with you, and then you can leave to start another queue in another line.
Or you know what I can do is that you and Natasha can be walking in front of me in like a big group of people, and I'll just whisper in your ear. I'll be like, "I'm watching you closely," and then disappear.
But I would know it's you because you're the only person in the world that can't whisper.
But I would just disappear.
Watching you closely.
Yeah, but I would disappear in the crowd, and then you wouldn't find me. But
Brandon,
I love you dearly, but you've never disappeared anywhere.
Brandon, you're not very subtle.
I would
and you're
follow
a very
you around.
easy person to spot in a crowd.
I would follow you around because I'd be that third wheel. So I would just be that like guy that stays in the back.
Okay, let's do a scenario. Robert, you and Natasha are in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Brandon, how are you going to sneak up, whisper in his ear?
Yeah.
And,
so we're at Star Wars Land because that's the best land in Disneyland.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I got to set this up, right? So the first thing is I'm going to do this right when we get in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
So right out the gate, you're stalking.
Oh yeah, right out of the gate, I'm going to just be gone. Okay. So I'm gonna have you guys in front of me when we get through, and then I'll be there, and then you're like. You guys will automatically turn around, look at me, and be like, okay, cool, he made it through. I'll be like, hi, guys. That's me waving because to show you that I'm here.
Oh, okay.
And then...
So we knew you were here the whole time?
Yes.
But we drove separately?
No. So the thing is that if I'm going to play this
Once you're in the park.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm going to be the third wheel...
So we get in the park where it's like, scatter!
Yeah, pretty
he
much.
Like throws down a vending cart.
Yeah, no, I was going to say like one of those smoke bombs. You'd be like, throw it on the ground.
Or grabs like a handful of popcorn and just throws it in our face.
Yeah. See, I don't need to. I'll just hide with the crowd.
Oh, okay.
So like we'll be in the front when we get in. And then you guys will see me, turn around, and then you guys will turn back, and we'll start walking. But when we walk, that's when we'll be in a group of people because everybody gets in. And then I'll whisper into your ear, I'll be watching you closely. And then I'll just disappear into the group of people. And then you won't find me for the rest of the day until you leave, and then I'll appear back.
What are you going to be doing for the whole day?
Watching you.
He told you he's going to be watching you.
Doesn't it seem like you could have better uses of your time, like enjoying Disneyland with us?
I don't want to be the third wheel.
So instead of being the third wheel, you were just going to watch me and Natasha from a distance.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that I'll be in the back of the rides. Or if you're in the back, I'll be in the front of the rides.
So you're thinking I won't see you at all while we're waiting in line for hours.
And until we get to the top of a ride and you'll get the sixth sense to look back, and then it'll be me, and then I'll just be smiling at you. And waving, and then you'll turn around and you'll look back and I'll be gone.
It seems like it's been a very long time for you since you've been to Disneyland, because there's no way that you can just be in the same line with me and get on the same ride as me without me noticing.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, now I love you dearly, Brandon, but you definitely will not fit in with the typical Disneyland
Oh,
tourist.
I'm pretty sure I could.
No, you could not.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll just have to tuck my shirt in. I'll have to steal some New Balances. And
they're not like 50-year-old dads who go to Disneyland.
I can see you like parting your hair on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
wearing
have-
glasses.
Yeah.
I'll have Mickey ears and like glasses with a mustache.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
your nose ring.
Yeah, I can't see that going wrong at all.
No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's just that you wouldn't be able to find me.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I think that maybe we should do like a little experiment and maybe just go to the mall and see if
See,
that
Brandon
works.
can actually
blend in. Yeah.
I could try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'd be fun though. I'm excited. So we were going to do Disneyland because she was going to land Friday. We're going to spend the night at LA. Just because she lands at like 9, and it's just the last thing I would want her to do is be in a car for like 2 hours in LA traffic at
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get a hotel, and then I think I might. It'll be Saturday, so I think what I'll do is I'll probably take her down to the coast, and we'll kind of take the 5 all the way
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Just
Oh,
kind of
that's
just
cool.
chill and have lunch and kind of have a really mellow first day in California.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
because
you-
because if you take the 1
Yeah,
all the way down, is it 101 or the 1? No, the 1.
it'd be the 1,
Yeah.
but that would be cool. But that would be.
You would take her through Malibu. You would take her through.
Oh, I don't want to take her through Malibu.
You're kind of
No, I'd be going back.
south. Yeah.
What I would do is I'd take the 57 to the 5.
Yeah. So he'd be right there, kind of like going to Oceanside.
Yeah,
So,
so I would-
Yeah,
I
but
would-
every once in a while you want to pull off the freeway. Like
Yeah, we'll go to like
maybe,
Huntington Beach, and then from Huntington Beach go work our way down.
but
Yeah.
you could even just take the 5, hit Oceanside, go through Oceanside, and then hit Encinitas.
No, but I'm like I said, we're gonna see Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
We're gonna see St.
Laguna.
Clemente. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was
Yeah.
just saying, just for like scenery drive.
Yeah.
Because I mean, driving on Encinitas right there, was it
Yeah.
turnarounds?
We'll probably do
Yeah.
that a separate day because we also have to go to I have to start booking hotels and stuff.
Mm. Yeah. It shouldn't be too bad.
In fact, I was going to ask you, Robert. We need to figure out because if you're going to San Francisco with
Yeah.
her when she's here.
We'll see what.
See, because I was
now we
thinking-
have to start planning. Now that we actually have dates, we should probably really start planning. And like if San Francisco works out, it works out. But like we have to use the best use of our time.
See, because ideally what I was hoping to do is fly back up to San Francisco like the 1st of October.
Okay.
And then maybe one more time by the end of the year.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Because I mean, if you guys went up to San Fran, I'd just watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's much easier.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
like,
So I mean, like if
yeah.
you 3 went up there, like it wouldn't
Mhm.
be a problem.
Yeah, we'd have to really figure out what Natasha would like to do because we could absolutely do San Francisco in one day. It would just be a really long day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she wants to go up, spend the night, and then leave the following day or what. So
Plus, sorry, but I mean, realistically as well, you gotta think about it. Her first time down.
yeah.
And like try not to
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't want to
exactly what I was
overbook
saying.
because
So
she's a very like go with the flow. I think a lot of the things I think she just wants to relax and have a good
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
I don't really want to put like a bunch of things in here, but I want to make sure that her trip to California is rewarding.
I'm pretty sure if she just spends time with you, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I definitely love the Idlewild Palm Springs
I
thing.
really want to go
think she's-
blacklighting with her, but she won't do it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just not her bag.
she's
Same reason
not
why
a
she
g-
won't go camping.
Yeah,
or
I was
shoot
gonna
guns
say the girl who doesn't want to go camping does not want to go
in the middle of
look
the
at-
middle of the night finding scorpions.
that's a good
scorpions.
point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think she might like going to like the Cabazon outlet mall a little bit.
yeah.
more.
She's a little bougie, so
maybe something
like
more
Rodeo
like that.
Drive
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I mean,
because
There's a lot.
because like realistically, right? We still have to go to Disneyland. We have to go to San Diego. We have to
Mhm.
have dinner with Austin.
Mhm.
We're gonna do the Palm Springs thing. There's gonna be a lot of things that we have to do.
Yeah, because I would talk to Natasha, but I would pick because she's going to be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like pick 4 major things that you like, the ones you just mentioned,
yeah,
and then figure out
Work
like
around it.
Mhm.
do little day trips and
Yeah.
like little cool things,
Yeah.
here and there, and maybe just one day she just wants to just relax and
yeah, yeah. Well, she doesn't get that, so she'll have to compromise. Relationships are all about compromise.
Yeah, but also you got to make sure that she's.
We're in
just-
California time, man. California's jam packed.
California is jamming.
We're gonna give her a case of Red Bull. Or you just be like, party hard, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
A case of Red Bull.
I'm gonna
and-
teach her how to surf. I'm gonna teach her how to shoot. I'm gonna teach her how to
Throw an axe.
throw an axe.
You're gonna teach her how to shoot.
Yeah.
What she can shoot?
God.
I guarantee
No,
you
she won't.
I guarantee
She
I was
doesn't.
gonna
She won't
say,
even.
I was like,
She won't even like look at a gun. So that's not right.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute,
Yep.
like, this doesn't sound like her.
That's not her at all.
That's not her.
That's not sound. So just wrapping up Brandon's week of our piercings.
Yeah.
You know what?
Would you still get pierced again?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want another piercing,
No.
but
Yeah.
I would redo the
But
one
you
I
wouldn't.
had.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Knowing what you know now, you would still go forward.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I mean, I'd love my piercing.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever liked a piercing, like my earrings.
You've only gotten 2 pierced. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean my ears.
Yeah.
Like I liked my ears pierced, but for some reason I just really like my septum pierced.
Well, you're going to go get your haircut after this.
I'm getting my haircut.
How are you going to get your haircut?
I always do a
kind of fade.
I do a hard part shadow fade, and
sounds very fancy.
Yeah.
Well, shadow fade. So she's gonna shadow fade the entire part, and then she hard parts this side, so it goes over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start like kind of doing my hair and everything, and just kind of.
Cool.
I'm kind of actually like tidying up my style.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't know. I think it was just like fully tatted out. Septum piercing. I do kind of want to look a little presentable in a sense for some reason.
That's
I don't know why.
I mean, everybody likes dressing nice.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is, it's like it. I mean, I know why. It's because you like to like what you see when you look back at yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I dress how I dress, is because I like how I look when I look back at myself.
I leave for England next month, and we got our haircut earlier this month, but I think I might get it touched up one more time before I leave.
Yeah.
So I was telling Brandon I'm going to have to find like a barber that can just do a quick little fade.
I found a really cool barber over by where Mervin's used to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are they good or they look nice?
He seemed really nice. I stopped and talked to him.
Really? What happened?
Oh, because that's where I went to go. Remember when I went with that one girl to go get her tattoo?
Yeah.
Well, it's like one of those places where you have like little individual suites.
Okay.
And he was just standing
Where's
there.
it at?
Over by right next door to where Mervin's used to be, where Hobby Lobby is.
Really?
I hate Hobby Lobby.
I know.
Yeah. Right
Down
there.
on Jefferson?
Yeah. No.
Over by where
Eunice,
our
on
Thai
Eunice.
places,
Right.
where
So
Kmart used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's there, and he just had a really cool vibe. So I stopped and talked to him.
Do you remember his name? Do you remember the name of the business?
No, but I have him on Instagram.
Okay,
I followed him on Instagram.
Add me or send him to me. I'd like to see his work.
Yeah, and and if worse comes to worse, Robert, I mean, if the flights are $100, just fly up and
We'll just go to Ruby C, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm so Ken has been the only person to touch my hair in 4 years,
Yeah.
and so even me thinking about going to another barber is kind of like it feels like adultery. Yeah,
cheating.
I'm like, I'm so sorry, kid.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Forgive me. But I don't know. I mean, Natasha likes my long hair or my hair longer, and so,
it's all your comfort level.
Yeah.
So
I
comfortable?
like to be clean shaven.
Yeah, dude, be fucking clean.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I wouldn't go back up with you, Robert, just to save money. Because I actually on Amazon I bought myself a little pair of shears.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep because my hair is shaved underneath, and then I have enough hair over the top.
Yeah.
So if I'm not precise to my part, it doesn't really matter. But I can keep the parts that are showing clean cut.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't think my haircut warrants its own trip to San Francisco. So I'll just get a barber around here. There's a couple of barbers that I've had my eye on for a little bit. So
Yeah.
and just tell them to follow the lines of what you
exactly.
already
Yeah,
have.
and I'm gonna text Ken like, yo, dude, how would I describe the haircut you give me to a barber?
Or just tell Ken to be on standby and FaceTime him, and he can tell the barber what to do.
You'd be like, what up, Robo?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, especially if he's done your hair for 4 years, like the guy's got to know what you like.
He's like family.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys always talk about the man. Plus, you're always up there seeing him.
Except
so
he sells me down the effing river every time he gets.
why?
He's such a mama's boy.
He's a mama's boy.
Yeah,
Dude, he loves mom.
Dude.
And-
Well, who doesn't?
It's true, but like, yo, we're the same age, and we have a lot in common. It's like, yo, help me out here, dude.
He's just like, nah, mom's first.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. Is he'll sell me out the river every chance he gets.
Yeah, because I'll be like, I will say something to Robert just in our travels, and he'll disagree with me. I'm like, just wait until we get to Ken's.
Yeah.
Oh.
And instantly I'd be like, hey, Ken. And he'd be like, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
he'd be
"See,
like, sorry to
Robert?"
do this to your Robo, but your mom's right. So it's 4 years. Yeah, it was July 20th, 2020. No, July 20th, 2018 was the first time I got my haircut.
Yeah.
2018. Yeah.
2018.
And I have to tell you, how your nose piercing, how you've feel like you've come into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The day that Robert walked out of the barber shop, the first time he got his hair cut by Ken, it was like he was
took like 90 photos.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He was walking on air because
Good.
he just felt like he liked what he saw looking back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really kind of cool how it's like it could be something like a nose piercing or a haircut, but it actually makes a difference in how you feel about yourself. Just like this week, I took it upon myself because I had been kind of a little blah.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got nails put on. Haven't had acrylic nails in years. And I just got to looking at my hand tattoos, and I have beautiful hand tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And I see all these creators with really pretty, gorgeous nails because they have, they're fully tatted.
Oh.
And I'm like, Lonni, why are you stopping there?
Sure.
If you want nails, go get nails. And ever since I got my nails done, I'm all like,
Really?
yeah.
Cool. I know I've because I have a gold necklace, but Austin's got a gold necklace, like a little coin on it. I low key really want one. Every time, that's what I was telling Brandon. Brandon and we can't stop mentioning this, but every time we go to Austin's, it's more of just a tattoo. It's an experience.
Yeah.
But I go in there with an open mind of like, okay, what style and piece of clothing am I going to buy because of these effing foreheads?
Yeah.
Like I bought cowboy boots because of Adam. I
Yeah.
want another gold chain because of Austin. Graham's got shirts.
Yeah.
He's got some. Yeah, it was a sick
He's got like
flannel.
a cowboy style.
Yeah, he's got a really. They all have a really
Yeah.
cool style.
Robert, there's that Temecula coin shop.
Yeah.
We should probably go in there and see if they have any coins that are like jewelry.
Yeah, we can check that out. Yeah.
Oh, and I was going to tell both of you, I'm going to go today to do my my YouTube, getting my friend from my friend from junior high. That's how long I've been friends with her. Her daughter's having another baby, but I'm going to go film and go get the baby shower gift.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be right there at the rack.
Okay.
So I was going to look for shirts for you, Brandon, like a button down.
I should be. I mean, I should.
Well,
be
I
fine.
always look at the clearance
Okay,
rack.
yeah. No, I mean, if you find something, But if not, don't even worry
Yeah,
about it.
No, I'm not going to like force it, but I
Yeah.
always go to the clearance rack, and if there's like a really good deal on a button down, I was just going to grab it for
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
So medium or a large?
Uh,
I think a medium.
Probably medium.
Yeah. And then Robert, I was going to look for some pants for you.
I think I'm good on pants.
Over the boot?
Yeah, I think we're good. Because I mean,
because the ones you had were
because
fine.
if those pairs of jeans looked
Okay.
good, I bought 4 of them.
Well,
So
no, they looked really
I
good
have
on those
4
boots.
different colors of that same style of
Okay.
pant, so we're good there. But if you find like a shirt,
Like a button down? Or
anything
like,
that just looks good,
okay.
yeah,
That's a very wide range.
yeah.
So I'll just kind of go with my
Go with your
mind.
gut.
Yeah.
I want to start ironing my stuff, because I mean, I was thinking about it. Like dry cleaners are
Yeah.
expensive as heck.
Yeah, it can be.
So like, I want to start just washing my own shirts and just ironing it.
Yeah.
So I need to start learning how to iron.
Or get you a British girlfriend.
Eh.
I'll
just learn
just go
myself.
to Target. Target has like those little tabletop
Yeah.
ironing boards.
We
and
got
I'm-
one here if you want to practice before you buy one.
Yeah, I'll figure something
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm just, again, I think it's been a really good week of self-expression.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I got my nose pierced. I got my nails done. Brandon's got his nose pierced. Robert,
bought
you're
boots.
you bought boots. And
You got tattoos.
And you did. I mean, I say this all the time, but I don't know if you guys really understand the validity or how huge it is and how awesome it is for me to sit here and watch both of you just explore your style and be comfortable with who you are. I mean, do you ever stop and see your own personal growth?
Sometimes I'll stop and I'll look at myself and be like, yeah, I'm hot. But that's about it.
You usually look at yourself naked.
No.
Or Tommy Lee?
No, also. But no, I mean, Mom, you do it a lot too. I call it peacocking. When what do I call it? Cockatooling. Because we'll walk by in San Francisco and both of our heads will turn to like a shop window where we can see our reflection. We both like looking left and right like a cockatool.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but if you really stop and you flash back to like 3-4 years ago, I
Yeah.
mean, neither one of you, and including myself,
Mm-hmm.
were confident in my style. I mean, I look back at my very first Instagram post.
Yeah.
I was so awkward, and I just, I liked my style. I just wasn't really confident in my style.
It's interesting you said that because I was looking at some of your I was looking through my old likes on my TikTok,
Yeah.
and there was some of your, obviously some of your older TikToks there, and you look completely different.
Yeah.
You
Don't I?
okay, so it's weird because like when you were drinking, I thought you looked way older,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got sober, and I was like, oh, she looks young, and then I saw TikToks of some of the beginning ones that you've done. I was like, wow, Mom looks better now than she did when she first started TikTok. So it's like you're aging backwards.
Yeah, it's crazy what drinking does.
Not even that, but Mom was sober at the beginning of her TikTok.
No. That's what I'm saying. No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like drinking almost like ages you in a
Mhm.
sense. So it's like once you're sober, it's almost
Yeah.
like you're gaining your youth back. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, but like her person, the way she's styling herself
Yeah.
is what I meant. She looks younger.
Yeah, because I have to tell you, I mean, it's like, my whole social media journey has been a real cool exploration of myself and my own style. And the more that I like try to encourage others, the more I'm encouraging myself.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool developing my own style too, because Robert, sometimes I'll look back at some of my beginning TikToks and I'll be like, oh gosh, I didn't. I mean, I had COVID in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
Well, there's sometimes I'll look at my old photos. I'm like, oh yeah, I wore that outside. Oh, go.
you know what I think a lot of it was stress. Because I was so stressed in my job at that point.
That you didn't like.
Yeah,
you can see it a little bit on your face. You can see like, I don't know, your face just looked a little bit more squarer.
Well, the truth is that when I was doing my TikToks and working, I would have to wake up early to do my TikToks before going to work.
I used to wake up at 5:30.
Because by the time I got home from work, I look wrecked.
Yeah.
And I could physically see the difference between me going to work and me coming back from work.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad.
I mean, like, even when you tried to do it at work for like 15 minutes. I mean, okay, no, not even like that.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, dude. And everything was going to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy how quick everything escalated. But no, I mean, it was.
You're like, even your diet was messed up because you were so stressed, you weren't eating. So you'd come home, you're like, I haven't eaten anything all day. And it was like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm a little dizzy. I don't know
like,
why.
How was your day? You're like, great. I remembered to breathe today.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of scary. But
No.
So do you guys like ever miss the 9 to 5 stuff?
No. I mean, there's pros and cons for sure. Yes, because I missed the scheduling.
Yeah, that structure.
The structuring of like the day in a sense. Like, cool, you know, I have this amount of time, go to work, and then I have this amount of time. Or like, I have the days off, so I have tomorrow off. I have this amount of time. But like, no, dude.
No?
And the funny thing is I thought I was actually going to start sleeping in a lot more, but my sleeping schedule went backwards.
Yeah, you see the schedule's worse now.
I know, which is crazy. But I mean, I wake up super early, but I thought I was going to sleep in past 8 and everything, like once we stopped working. But no, it's almost like I have a better grasp of my day. And I actually feel like I'm living the day instead of just going through it.
So I know lately we've been walking in the morning, which has been really good. And then next week we're going to start going back to the gym.
Oh, I thought it was one more week.
Which is, next week. Or like, I'm sorry, I mean like 1 week and then gym time.
Yeah.
So I know we've been doing that. And I know before we started doing it, one of the harder parts, I think, for you both was like leaving the house. Like you just needed a reason to leave the house. And I think that's one pro to working like a 9 to 5 is it gets you out of the house and it gives you someplace to be, kind of a thing. And I know sometimes like on the days that we aren't creating anything or we're not doing anything, sometimes we're like, I wish I had any excuse to get out of the house. Yeah. And so like I think that like being able to leave to go do something is always something I've kind of always been I've always enjoyed.
Yeah.
You know,
see, whenever that happens, I just go for a drive or I go for a walk.
Yeah.
Like there are times where I'm like, dude, I just need to get out of the house.
Sure.
And like, even if I just go for a small walk or something, I feel so much better.
Where do you walk at? Just the front pond? Or the duck pond?
Either the hill behind my house.
Okay.
I mean, because it's just a nice little like just kind of dirt hill that kind of goes down a little bit, or I will just walk in a circle from around the school.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just kind of like walk out to the main street and then make
I
a
see
left
what you're doing.
and then just do a circle. I mean, like as long as I can get out for a certain amount of time. I haven't done it lately because of my hands, but like, I mean, if I ever feel like I'm stuck like that, just going for a small walk helps clear my mind.
Sure.
And then I start doing whatever I need to do.
I wonder if people who work from home have that same kind of experience. Like if they're like, I need a reason to leave the house kind of thing.
Well, when we were working home, well, this is just for me, but like I could not work.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't like
you need separate places to
100%.
see. Like that's, I guess, one pro of like working a 9 to 5 or like having a place to go to, a place of business is like you're like, okay, well, I'm here, I'm in work mode.
Yeah.
And when I come home, I'm in relaxing mode.
Yeah, because when you were working from home because of the pandemic, Brandon, you were in that real small apartment.
Yeah.
So your work and your home were one thing. Like if you work from home, they have to actually have like a home office.
Yeah.
Almost someplace that once you go into it, it represents that you're working.
Yeah, because you can kind of close it and shut it off. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Natasha works from home and she sits at her kitchen table and like when she sits there, she's working, and when she sits there, she's also reading. She sits there a lot, but Yeah, she kind of does that. She loves working from home though.
Yeah. See, I mean, and there's just people that can do it and can't do it. And I just like, I don't know, I guess. But the thing is, when I was doing like my YouTube videos, like I can sit there and spend all day doing it. It's just I get bored halfway through. But I mean, I can seriously sit there all day because I had to do that, like 7 hours finding pictures. And I just sat there and I found pictures for 7 hours.
Now, if you were to ever get another job, would you want something that's more manual labor, or would you want another office job?
I would want something personable.
I
mean, like something
like
that would mean
like,
something.
Okay,
in
like
a sense,
like what?
Like either like a rescue person, like rescue animal shelter.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was gonna say, Brandon, I think you just like walk into the job. You're like, all right, who needs rescuing?
No. Just something like
Anybody
that.
choking?
No, I don't know. Just something more along the like. Because I mean,
something that had meaning.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess working in our job for so long, and it kind of like killed a job in a sense.
Well, we were dehumanized. We were. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared if I was breathing. Nobody cared if I had eaten.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about us.
You were just a number.
We were just a number.
Yeah.
We were there to facilitate a job. And you know what? And it's not like I needed constant, or Brandon and I needed constant, like, we praise or anything like that. But it went so far to the other extreme of just like people would just openly be so incredibly rude right out of the gate that it was just, and I never could understand. And what Brandon and I did is we worked for an independent escrow company. And in California, anytime that you buy, sell, or refinance real estate, you have to go through an escrow company. And so we facilitated all the paperwork and all the money for that. I could never understand how the culture of that profession had turned into the point of just like, you're allowed to abuse us.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I sat there for quite a few years and I got to ponder that question. And I really wonder if it's because it's a woman dominated industry that people think that they can treat it being rudely. I mean, if it was a male dominated industry, do you think that people would go in with that much disrespect?
I think. Oh, sorry, Brandon.
I was just going to say the only thing I can think about that is a title officer. Most of the title officers are women besides Sal, Dan, and all of them. But even Sal and Dan would get the poop end of the stick half the time.
Yeah.
So I don't think. Sorry, I don't.
No, it's okay.
I don't think sex really matters in it. I think it's just more of people and the time of chaos.
Yeah, I think it's the deniability. I think because the escrow officers and the title officers aren't necessarily like have their finger on the pulse in terms of like contracts and dealing with the customer. You know, the agents and the lenders are the ones who are constantly talking to the customers. The escrow officer very hardly ever talks to the buyer or seller, or at least not as much as anybody else. And so I think it's easy to vilify somebody who can't defend themselves.
Well, we talk to the buyer and seller all the time.
Yeah, but we were a little bit of the different.
Yeah.
You're talking about like you're talking about a regular.
Yeah, like on a regular.
Gotcha.
So let's say an agent. I mean, the agent's constantly involved with the buyer or seller, right? And it's so much easier for the buyer or the agent to be like, oh, well, it's your escrow officer's fault, instead of being like, oh yeah, no, it's my fault. I didn't submit the paperwork.
You see, because you have to understand, the realtor they're a salesperson.
Yeah,
right?
They really are.
They have to go off of, personality and D or this or that. An escrow officer and the title officer, we are paid professionals to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
So the salesperson is basically just saying whatever they think they need to say to get the sale.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and they're like, hey, you know what, we want to do this. And then, as the escrow officer, I'd be like, no, you can't do that. It's illegal.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do it. And the minute you tell them no.
Yeah, you're a bad guy.
Yeah. It's like, would they need to close the house tomorrow? Well, you know what? I don't have loan docs. And so they would yell at us.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, you know what? And it's so funny because people would be like, oh, you know what? Escrow officers, they get abused at work every day. And people would say that like it was okay.
Mm-hmm. Like it was part of your job.
Like it was just the way it was supposed to be. And I'd be like, not me. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I just feel that it's the culture of that particular industry that really needs to change. But you have escrow officers out there who are just like, yeah, that's just part of the job.
This is what you're paying me.
This is what you're paying me for. you know.
You know.
I mean, the money's good, so I guess people just see the money. Like,
Yeah, but at what cost, right?
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
I mean, like how much? I mean, I guess like what dollar amount is worth your
None.
your self-esteem or your integrity?
Yeah.
You know, because they beat you guys down so much that like you guys would like your face would like look swollen or like sunken in, and you know you just had no life to you anymore. And like I don't think there's a dollar amount that would make that okay.
I would rather work for Grubhub
Yeah.
or
Grubhub's supposed to be super sick.
or DoorDash or something like that,
Yeah.
and not buy every single pair of shoes I want
Sure.
and be happy at the end of the day, than to ever go back to what I went back to.
Yeah.
I saw this TikTok like 2 days ago when it was this guy who worked for either Grubhub or DoorDash or one of those food delivery places, and he had delivered food to this chick. Well, the chick called and said that she never got her food and wanted a refund, and got the guy actually fired. And so the following day he comes in with a camera, you know, with his phone out recording. He goes, "Hey, remember when I delivered you your food? Yeah, well, you said you called and you said you didn't get it and you got me fired. I just wanted to let you know you just fired me over, you know, $13 of Chipotle or something like that." And he was like, "That's not okay. I mean, let me talk to your manager." He was like, "What kind of people are you employing here that allow you to steal and lie to people?"
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, didn't raise his voice. You know, he was very respectful. He was like, "I just want you to know that these are the repercussions of your actions. You know, how you affect people. You know, there's a reaction.
There's a reaction. Every action has a reaction."
And he was like, "I just want you to know you got me fired." You know, and he was like, "I want to speak to your manager because I want them to know the kind of employee that they're offering here." And he actually got rehired back to the food delivery place, and that chick actually got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Dude, well, I mean, that's the truth. And I guess that's the thing that I kind of have a problem with, is that people think that they can just get away with literally everything.
Yeah. I think everybody should work in the food industry at least once.
Dude,
I think that should be a requirement because people get treated like sheesh.
Oh, yeah, no, dude.
See how I didn't cuss? That's
Yeah.
a sheesh.
Yeah,
I mean, dude,
I
Catch
like
me
that.
now, YouTube monetization.
Even being a server, dude,
Yeah,
you
it's
get,
rough.
dude, it's horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I had days where it was like, I didn't even want to be there, dude.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
hated
rough,
people.
dude. Yeah, people are hard. People treat other people terribly.
Yeah.
Especially in the food, especially in a line of business where they can't argue back, like retail or food service business.
See, the thing is, I always argued back.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I got fired, but I mean, I always argued back.
Yeah, but the thing is that you have a family supporting you too. You have a family who is like, you could be like, "Hey, I just got fired for holding
That's
up for
a good point.
myself," and your entire family would be rallying behind you, be like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You know,
Yeah.
we got you until you find another job."
but if you're like, "Oh, I got fired," they're like, "Well, bro, we got bills to pay. What are you
yeah,
gonna do?"
at that
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's always two parts of it. So yeah.
And I'm the type of person, I'm the type of consumer that if I'm out there and I see somebody being rude, I do not stay quiet.
I was gonna say I was thinking about it. We were at Chick-fil-A. I was like, if somebody was to yell at a worker there, I would stand up, and I was like, and I would, you know, I'd get in their face, and I was like, and I know Brandon would stand up and help me,
Yeah.
or he'd probably punch me in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Why did I punch you?
You were like, "Remember that time?" You start punching me up, Brandon, wrong person. You're like, "I remember."
Just on me, like
Yeah, just a windmill. Yeah, or you can like you get a chair and you go to hit the guy, and I turn, you hit me in the back.
Yeah, but I like if I'm standing in line and the person in front of me is, you know, like snappy or whatever to the cashier, is I'll walk up and I'll just be like, "Hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry that person in front of me was really rude."
Yeah, in front of them.
Yeah, I don't have to be confrontational to that person. I don't have to go up looking for a fight.
100%.
But I can just be like, "Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
This person's being really rude to you, and I'm not going to be rude to you."
Well, I think
you matter, and I
Acknowledge that.
I
Yeah.
acknowledge that, and I'm sorry that you have to put up with this.
I think people who take advantage of the situation and you know purposefully like attack people who aren't allowed
can't
to
fight
can't
back.
fight back. It really triggers me in terms of like a bully.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like I don't know if it's things that have happened in high school or just previous experiences, but I hate a bully.
Well, your
Yeah.
dad's a bully.
Yeah, and I hate people who take advantage of a situation,
Mm-hmm.
and so that really rubs me raw. And so I would have a really hard time not saying something if somebody at the food, like somebody was to like, not assault, but it was to yell at somebody who couldn't defend themselves.
Yeah.
I was like, because I can defend myself,
Yeah.
and I can defend that person. So
See, the thing is that we are very happy people. We are
Yeah.
very happy, outgoing people who are very kind and considerate to other
yeah,
people.
yeah, we're very
I mean,
kind and
that's-
considerate. We're kind
yeah.
of passive aggressive and kind of very mean.
But
Yeah.
we are also all three of us have a very hard past.
Yeah.
And I always say, I am one instance, one statement away from just jumping right back into my past
Yeah.
and just be like, bring it on.
Yeah, because I got a clean record. I can do community service, so like,
Yeah. Yeah, because we were talking about that the other day. We were just like, yeah, no, I mean, if something happened like between all of us, like, I'm down to go away for a while.
Yeah. It's like we said, we have clean records. So the most we'll get is just what is it called? Probation and some community service.
Yeah, but that's just the whole thing. It's like you look at us, you know, the thing is that people judge people and on the outside. And I would have and that's just it. It's like, to me, it's like I said, I'm always one statement away from being like, I have a whole past of pain that I can tap into.
Yeah. But at the same token, I mean, it's always nice to, like you said, just go up to the person. Cause
I choose. Yeah,
as long as you're not escking the situation, you can absolutely handle the situation without escalating.
100%. Yeah. And like, I mean, it happened this one time when I was at Panda. This like young lady was working, and there was also another young lady who was getting food, but she copped an attitude and started like getting aggressive with the worker. Yeah. And was like, "Hey, let me talk to your manager." I was like. Yeah. What? Because I was kind of like, I wasn't really overhearing it because
there's just nobody else was talking.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, this is weird. So anyways, so like the chick looked kind of distressed a little bit when she kind of came up, and I was like, hey, F that lady. I was like, you're doing a great job. I was like, don't let her ruin your day. I was like, you're awesome. And then I just gave her my order, and I was like, hey, thank you. I was like, just keep smiling. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, again, but I'm just saying, I choose I do choose kindness and I choose happiness over that. But getting back to the original question, I would try to do basically anything to go back to 9 to 5.
You would do anything to avoid going back to 9 to 5. That's what you're saying. You're like, I would do anything to get back in that office.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, trust me, I miss those big fatty paychecks, but not enough to.
Not, I mean, at what price, right? So you weren't, price? That the money was coming in, but at the expense of your well-being and your mental health. Yeah. So.
And here's what I always say about that. It's like what fits for one person might not fit for another.
Some people
because I mean, I look back like at Jennifer, and Jennifer's made for that job. She loves that job, and she has the right personality for that job. Yeah. It did not suit me. Yeah. And if you're out there and you're working 9 to 5, I'm not telling you working 9 to 5 is bad. I'm just saying find what suits you and then, go for that.
Do you think sometimes we put our happiness on a shelf? Yeah, sometimes for stuff that we need to. I mean, I guess that's just survival.
Especially like if you have a family. You're like, yo, my family needs my kids.
And you'll just do whatever.
I'll do whatever, man.
Takes.
I'll sell blood and semen. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. No. So sorry.
No, keep going.
I was just gonna say. So it's kind of crazy to think like. I was just thinking about it because I mean, like a 9 to 5, your entire day is gone 5 days a week. But if you do that 7 days a week,
but if you enjoy what you're doing,
100%.
Like, sick.
Yeah.
No, but that's a flip of a coin. Yeah. So it's like one side you love what you're doing, and you're like, dang, I can just do this all day, every day for 365 days a year. And then there's like those other jobs where it's like I'm breaking my back 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, barely getting sleep, barely passing rent. It's just like. At that point, like, it's crazy to think.
Yeah, because when I was younger, before I got married, I worked for a bank, and I loved working at the bank. Yeah. It fit me, and it was so fun being like a little drive-up teller, and your customers, and it was really fun, and there's a lot of jobs that I have had that were fun, and they fit me who I was at that time.
Yeah, because you're really good at counting, and you're really good at the money. Part.
It's like Monopoly.
Yeah. I think if I had to go back to it, I really wanted to be like a firefighter, but not like so much like the Forest Service firefighters. Those are rad, dude. You just get a shovel and you get to like, and you get to cut down trees. You don't want that?
Well, every firefighter I've met, it's not been.
Tyler King's a firefighter. He's
I love Tyler King.
He's in the Forest Service industry.
Yeah, but Tyler King's different.
Yeah, he just gets to go out with a chainsaw and just cuts down trees, and he has a good time. And not like a firefighter, but like a Forest Service firefighter.
I was like, because I mean, and I don't think this is for everybody, but like, I mean, the 2 firefighters I've met were also.
You've only met 2?
Well, they were also ex-girlfriends' dads, so this also makes sense.
Yeah, but we did plenty of escrows for firefighters, and the firefighters were typically pretty nice.
They were pretty nice,
but it always seemed like their wives had the biggest attitudes. Mm-hmm. They would
remember that one chick thought that you were hitting on her husband, but you were just doing your job.
Really?
I thought that there was like a couple or something, but it was just, I mean, because he always called because he was really active. Like he was a proactive, like
which is good, which is what you want.
Which is really good. Yeah. But I thought his wife called and was like, And she got like upset or something at us because he kept calling us
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Really?
I just thought something like
But
that.
that's, I mean,
happened.
that's more of a reflection on her and not mom.
But
Well, no, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
actually had it where on the escrows, every single time she would call, she was like, you know what, my husband's a firefighter.
Yeah.
You know, my husband's a firefighter. And a lot of times, and it just, it got to be a running joke.
Yeah.
And Surfer Joe was a firefighter,
Yeah.
a fireman. And every time he'd call, he'd be like, hey, you know, my wife is married to a firefighter, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, so it was just kind of funny. They kind of fell into a certain,
But I would do that. I mean, just cutting down trees and throw in, because you don't even get water. You just like throw dirt, and it's a lot about containment and stuff like that. And chainsaw would be cool.
Uh-huh.
But I was also telling mom that I was thinking about next summer volunteering for the Forest Service tree and be a park ranger.
You should.
That'd be really cool. I don't know.
Do they have volunteers?
They should.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Now, would you live at the park?
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
I'd probably
cool.
spend like maybe 6 or 7 weeks like at Yosemite or maybe the sequoias or something
be
like that.
sick.
Would be really rad.
Yeah.
And I get to wear my little uniform and a little hat. But I've always wanted to do that. Even when I was like older, like when I was like 60, 70, I've always wanted to be the old ticket taker guy. And just work for the national parks. I don't know. I've always wanted to do it.
You always talk about that.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like 70 years old because I can't count very well. And I'll be even older and slower. And so I'll be like, 1, 2, and the line will be like all the way back. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what it is that made me think about it. I think, was I with you? Yeah, where was it with you and I? We're at Lake Skinner. I was
Yeah.
just Googling it. And I
Yeah.
was like, that could be kind of cool. So I'd like to like maybe start looking into it a little bit and
I was going to say, what can we do to help you facilitate that?
Yeah.
buy me green pants.
Okay.
Buy me green pants and a whistle.
Should you try to apply to become a Boy Scout first?
No, I don't think that's a like a one and done kind of thing. Also, I don't know if they're letting 32-year-old men be part of the Boy Scouts.
I think
Yeah,
it'd be
I
cute.
think that'd be really weird.
Yeah, that'd be kind of, they might give me some looks. I'm like, I'm just here to have a good time.
My mom signed me
I'm
up.
just here to network.
Oh my god.
So
But-
no, I don't know. I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
fast tracks you into the park service.
Yeah, because I remember Stranger and I, we went to Yosemite for the first time. We were talking to a couple of park rangers at the visitor center. I was like, man, this got to be the coolest job.
What about doing something to be like a camp, like the camp person?
Count-
Well,
Counselor?
no, not a camp
No.
counselor, the camp host, like
The
at a
camp
campground.
host.
I have to
Oh.
live there though.
Yeah,
So-
but only for like.
You're on like rotation, and
Yeah.
also too like there's a waiting list to be
Oh,
a camp
dang.
host. Yeah, because like you get like your little RV and you just live there, and you basically watch over that campsite. You sell the firewood, you collect donations and stuff like that for the campsites.
That's rad.
But like there's so many people that want to do it. There's a waiting list.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say thank you out there to all the firefighters. I was in my mind. I was like, I'm not bad talking firefighters. Just saying thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, because because Brandon was talking about backpacking.
Yes.
And I was like, oh man, I love park rangers. Like I would definitely be a park ranger.
Speaking of the firemen, have you guys thought about going to the fire department and seeing if there's anything that we could do for Gray Hair Can Do?
We can ask.
Yeah.
But Brandon's tattoos.
No, I meant like this would.
I
be,
really want to see the one where mom like gets ready, like does the whole firefighter thing. But I don't know. I don't, how do we start that? Like, hey guys, can we try on your clothes?
Yeah.
You know, like
and go down your little
can
pole.
we go down your pole?
Can my mom go down your pole?
Okay, way to make
Sweet
that weird.
Jesus.
Yeah. What?
The way
You
you
just-
You don't.
it's the way
say
you laugh and little cackle before it.
My
It
mom
makes it-
wants to go down your pole.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I know what's the steps. I
The
mean,
whole thing is, it's like we tried to get Temecula to let us film the.
yeah, we
country-
tried filming at our sports park.
Yeah, at our sports park, and it was like.
So much red tape.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So there was down at the sports park. Oh God! Down at the sports park, there was like it's
Yeah,
just
open air
it's a very
amphitheater.
large park
Yeah.
in the center of our city, and that's where they have the fireworks. There's a bunch of baseball fields. There's a park. There's a teen like center. A pool, all that good jazz. And there's an amphitheater there where they have summer concerts outside. And we were like, oh, this is awesome. So we went to go check it out. It was a really nice amphitheater. And we were like, oh, we checked the schedule. There was nobody playing at the day we wanted to film. And they were like, we went into the
Like a rec center.
the rec center, yeah. And we were like, hey, we would like to film a YouTube here. Can we film it? And they were like, well, you have to go through the city. And so mom called the city and Jeff, and he was like, it's just nothing but like, he couldn't give us a straight answer.
Yeah.
It was like, he said he'd do us a favor and waive the filming fee, and just it took
But
forever
we
to
would
get back
still
to
have to
us.
rent the amphitheater.
We'd have to rent the amphitheater, which is $200. And so mom was like, oh, no, it's cool. We went to the city just north of us and we filmed at a better amphitheater for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And he's all like, and then he's all like, and then if you like film around any of the city parks, we'll have to permit that. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, Jeff. I'm going to go wherever I want and film, and then you can come at me.
See, it's an interesting thing filming like in dedicated public forum like that.
Yeah.
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 That's so crazy. So he was probably just trying to like, oh, there's a charge. Oh,
I
wait,
just
they're
don't
not
think he
biting
knew
it.
very much about the internet or what YouTube was, because I think he thought it was like a TV show. I don't know.
He was very taken aback by my question.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, man, never had anybody ask this before. Wow, you're like
pretty sure everybody asked.
What channels are YouTube on?
Yeah, you kind of really threw me for a loop on this one.
Yeah.
What station?
Let me get out my Wikipedia.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird experience, especially considering that we could just drive 10 more minutes and then film at what I thought was a better amphitheater.
100%.
It was a really weird experience just because it's like, I would think like because I know that there's other creators here that live in Temecula.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that have larger platforms.
One guy died. Well, he's a very famous YouTuber. He died in the Walmart parking lot.
What?
Yeah, he got stabbed.
Oh, yeah, huh? There was a stab. No, it was like...
That's why I don't go to Walmart.
5-6 years ago or something.
Yeah. Well, we have to be careful because Natasha's going to be like, yeah, I told you, America's dangerous.
Oh, that's the guy that was just walking out, right?
Yeah.
He got in a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
No,
He got in an argument over a parking spot or something.
No, I thought that it was some guy who walked out of Walmart and there was a guy kind of like just going out in his car, but he didn't stop and he almost hit him. And it was him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And like, homie, I think was on drugs or something, got out of his car and stabbed him.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it was a random act of violence.
Yeah, it was just random.
America's very safe though, Natasha.
Oh, yeah, no, that was
we're not
super
going
safe.
to Walmart. So
I think
No, we don't go to
Like
Walmart. I don't think they have a Walmart in England.
good.
Trying to think. I don't think there's anything compared to it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's writing down. She's like things to avoid in America.
Walmart.
Walmart.
How do you spell that?
Where they sell walls.
Yeah.
And they got
Why
really
is
big
there
marks.
so many people going to a place that want walls?
I'm trying to think think of like something else we should do while she's here. Like what's a very American thing?
In and out.
Yeah. She definitely has
we're
to
gonna
get
have-
Oh, wait, no, they have bowling over there.
Yeah. I'm bowling with her in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's actually a pretty good bowler.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have our day of holidays.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go have dinner with Austin.
Which I'm really looking forward to. He was asking us where we would want to have dinner, so we have to do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because something for vegetarian for you, and then
I
something that
can
meets
eat
Brandon's
anything.
diet restrictions.
So someplace has vegetables and chicken nuggets.
Vegetables and chicken nuggets.
I don't only eat chicken nuggets.
What would you want to eat?
Chicken nuggets.
Okay. I don't know, because he was like, "Oh yeah, there's a Mediterranean place we could try," but like Mediterranean food has a lot of cucumbers,
Yeah.
and you'd be in a hard spot.
Yeah, that one. I used to have those fried pita bread and something else, but so that would be fun. And then I think like Robert, just like a day trip down to Encinitas, I think would be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Just like small little day trips. I'd love to go pick up trash with her.
Yeah.
I think she'd really like it because I don't think she could get in the water.
I don't know if walking down a beautiful shore and stopping to pick up other people's trash, she would like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just trying to look at it as her perspective.
Then she can watch me pick up trash. No, I don't know. We'll definitely go to the beach a whole lot.
You should.
Yeah, take her up to Idlewild and let her walk around there.
Let her walk around and just open the door like, all right, Natasha,
Have
pick
fun.
you back up in 45.
Don't get lost.
Yeah.
I still think like taking her up to Julian and
that'd be
like
cool.
having apple pie up
Yeah,
there.
Taking her to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple pie would be sick. I'm curious to see what British apple pie is versus American apple pie. Because the saying it's like as American as apple pie. So it makes you wonder what kind of fake imposter type pie replica are they having over
They have
in England?
mincemeat pie.
Yeah,
over
they put a bunch of stuff in their pies.
Something tells me that they're pretty good at making pies then if they've been doing it for a while.
I don't know, man. They put like potatoes and meat and stuff in there.
Yeah,
it's mince
they
meat
have-
pie. Don't we have chicken pot pie?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
How? It sounds about the same.
It's American.
But yeah, no, Julian has like a cute little town.
Yeah, it does
and
have a
just,
cute little town.
I would just be like maybe like one day of like hanging out here and
Or you can even take her through the Ortegas.
No, I don't want her to die.
Well, you're driving. Don't drive.
The Ortegas is sketchy.
It's not that sketchy. It's a lot of fun.
Dude, it's always somebody who gets in an accident
So
or
much
drives
fun.
off a cliff.
Well, then pay attention.
Okay, so what about this? Is it whale watching season?
It is actually.
Why don't you take her whale watching?
What I'll do is I'll take her to Dana Point, and instead of like taking her on a boat, we take her to that one cliff where you can actually see the whales.
You could take her across that little ferry in Newport Beach.
What?
Yeah, you take her across the little ferry and to Balboa Island.
Really?
Yeah.
I think yeah. There's there's a lot we could be doing.
Yeah,
So.
and they have like a Ferris wheel and like little shops.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna have to. I hope she has overalls.
for
Just in general, I don't know. I feel like.
you know what? I have like 4 or 5 pairs. She can buy.
Okay, this is what I'm most excited about. I'm most excited to see if you and her are the same height or who's taller.
We're the exact same height.
On paper, I think it comes down to head size because she has a tiny head and you have a big one.
Yeah,
Huh.
I do have a rather large noggin.
You have a large head, yeah.
It's so sad because sometimes I'll find like really cute hats and I'll go to put them on and they look like a little fez. They're
That's,
like
that's Natasha's problem. She just went to the eye doctor and she was like, I have to be really careful what kind of glasses I wear because I have such a small head. They're gonna make it look like I have dinner plates for eyes.
She's gonna look like those goldfish with those huge eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Natasha.
So yeah, you and her have a lot in common.
except like the
except for the circumference of your heads, you have a lot in
we both
common.
have head problems.
You both have head problems, yes.
Yeah.
One's big.
Barbu
noggin,
had a
one's
little
less.
head.
Barbu did have a little head.
Yeah, she was always sad because she couldn't wear a hat. She'd put a hat on and it would like go all the way down to her nose.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, here, you try it on. I'd be like, and I couldn't even like put it on. She's
Yeah.
like, you have a really big head. Thanks, Mom. You're the one that gave birth to it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So no, I'm excited. I'm gonna call her a little bit later today, so we'll start like hammering out details.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can find a lot of cool stuff that you can do in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like small little day-to-day tasks. Like,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me know. I mean, I still think, personally, I don't want to, if I wait past like into November to get my haircut,
Mhm.
that's going to be really
No,
super long.
I'm fine with. Would you say the beginning of October?
The beginning of October
Yeah,
and
I'm okay
maybe
with that.
towards January.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, and it'll be nice and cold, hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't think it's going to get cold until December.
You know what's gonna be weird is when she's here, she's like, "It's bloody hot," and I'm like, "I'm so cold."
Yeah, we're going to be all huddling around the
Yeah,
fireplace.
Yeah,
I don't know.
burning furniture.
October was hot last year.
It's
October-
generally pretty warm. Yeah. California's never really cold.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I think like the lowest I've seen it go is like a little bit below 30, but that was
Yeah,
when we
that's
were in
at
high
night,
school.
yeah.
And that was when we were in high school, and it's not been like that.
It's called California cold, and it's colder than other cold,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
To a Californian.
to a Californian.
Everyone else is just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Big
everybody else is
sissy?
like, yeah. Because Kimmy used to be, our cousin is from Palm Springs, but she
Yeah.
moved up to Washington. And so when she comes down here, she's like, oh, this is nice. And we're wearing like jackets and beanies and scarves.
I know she the other day, I think because she lives up in Washington, like
Yeah.
you said, and it got to be like 89, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm dying. And I'm like, girlfriend, you're from Palm Springs. She
Yeah.
goes, I know. She goes, it's just I'm not used to it anymore.
Yeah, she was in like triple digits all year
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
I wonder if Natasha would like water parks. We could take her to a water park.
I don't know if water parks are open.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like-
yeah, it's winter. Yeah.
And COVID still
Yeah,
rampant.
COVID, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of backpacking,
Yeah.
Brandon,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Brandon, you mentioned that you were thinking about you would like to do a backpacking trip.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and like, I don't know, it'd just be kind of cool to take a little bit of time and just walk in the forest.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I guess that worries me is running into bears
Okay.
or other people.
Okay. One is most likely going to happen, and I'll let you think of which one it's gonna be.
Bears.
No, people.
Oh.
You have to hike on trails.
I don't trust people.
Why would you not trust people?
I don't know. I don't know
What
what their
would-
intentions are of watching.
What would you think that they would do?
You
Kick us off the side of
you
an
have
edge of a cliff?
Such a huge stranger danger complex.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I literally watch my back. With
See, that's
everybody.
the thing though, is when you're backpacking, everybody's really friendly, and you get a trail name, but you don't get to pick yours. Somebody gives it to you, and so the backpacking community is very like tight knit and, and really fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
I thought I was just
what's
gonna-
yours?
my trail name is Brown Thunder.
See, for some reason, I thought like we were just gonna go into like the backwoods of nowhere, and then we
Okay.
have to find we'd find a really shady cabin, and then one of us would get our foot
This
stuck
isn't
in
a
a bear
horror
trap.
movie, dude.
Well, I don't know, dude.
They're usually very populated trails, especially
Well, I
if
don't
you're
know
doing
how populated.
what?
I don't know how populated.
You can see.
Why don't you just go hike up to, where Suicide Rock, and how you can just walk a little bit farther, and then there's that campsite
Well,
up
if
there?
Brandon is thinking about backpacking,
Well,
I think.
mean, yeah, if we were backpacking, I want a freaking backpack.
But I'm just saying, you might-
You need a baby step into it.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is we should start at that trail in Idlewild and backpack to Big Bear, which is about like 45 miles.
Yeah.
Because
and then I'll just pick you up. I'll just
Yeah.
drop you off and pick you
that'll
up.
be about a week I don't know. I don't know how far that backpack. I know it. I think people can do it about 2 or 3 days. So whatever distance. So it's about 20, 30 miles.
So we can walk like 15 in a day.
Nope, that's not how it works.
The backpack's like what, 5 pounds?
No.
What do we have to take?
Okay, so you need your sleeping bag,
Yeah,
your tent,
ounces.
you need your sleeping pad,
Okay.
you need food,
Water.
and a
Okay.
water source. Yeah.
So I can't just grab a rabbit and bite it?
If you can catch a rabbit, you can eat it.
I
Do you know
can
how to
catch
clean a rabbit?
Yeah, with my teeth.
What?
Yeah.
It's not a corn on the cob, dude.
We got to lick the hair like cats do.
No, that's not.
I thought that's how you clean it. Like you got to lick the hair first, clean
No.
it, and then you shave it.
No, that's not it at all.
You shave it. And
How
then
do you shave
skim-
it, with your teeth?
No, you got to get some shaving cream.
Shaving cream.
Yeah, and then you got to get
So
a
you're just
razor.
adding to your weight now.
I can see all these like bald rabbits hopping around because
Yeah.
Brandon has licked
Grant's
them
got a
and
mouthful of
shaved them.
fur. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would make sure that they would. I mean, if it was too cold, I wouldn't shave them. I don't want them to die of hypothermia.
Well, you got to eat them though, Brandon. Were you just shaving them for sport?
Well, yeah,
Are you just getting nutrients by like licking them?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if they run into bushes, I get to lick the little berry blessings that are on
The
them.
berry blessings?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure little berries bless them when they run through it.
Okay.
They get the nutrients.
Yeah,
like
you're
plants.
hiking with this
Yeah.
one.
So we'll need to bring food.
Sure.
We won't need a bear vault, so we'll be okay there.
Mm,
What do you mean?
yeah, we will.
What?
For safety, we will. I will carry it.
They're heavy.
I will carry it.
Okay. you
So
can do
now
it.
let me ask you this: you can't have a campfire.
Can't have
can
campfire. Yep.
It's fine.
Okay.
You? Okay, so your food.
No, that's actually really good because if we give up our position, then people will know where we are.
It's true.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
would
so
rather.
you have to cook like freeze dried food, which
fine.
doesn't require a fire, and then you need to just start hiking.
Yeah.
So when are you going to do this?
You can't do it anytime soon. We'd
No,
have to do it after Natasha leaves. So
and there's gonna be like
probably early September, late October.
Yeah, I mean, if we
Well,
get like
she's
a.
gonna be
Oh
here
yeah, so
late
maybe
October.
we can't go November because it'll start
Oh,
snowing.
I was talking about like a year from now. Like,
Oh, okay.
I think
getting,
you should do it
like-
in spring.
I think maybe like April then.
Yeah, like actually, like go on hikes, practice, get like
Yeah.
some stamina in,
Yeah.
and then go.
Because
into
it's
it.
more so of the weight.
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
You go a lot slower because you're carrying about 20 to 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah,
And you go a lot slower, and it's a lot more of an enjoyable hike, I think.
that's what I'm saying. So like instead of just like sitting there and like just straight up going at it and
Yeah.
start doing it, and then kind of like hurt
Yeah.
ourselves on the way, I'd rather take our time, get kind of like.
Yeah. Now, where would be like in game? So, if we're preparing to go backpacking, where would you like
We
to
can
go
do
backpacking?
Montserrat. We can do the
no,
big.
no. If you're if we're preparing, like if we're doing these hikes to like get ready, where is the end game? Where would you
Where do you
want to
wanna-
backpack?
Like the
I like
John Muir,
Montserrat.
Brandon,
like the
you-
John Muir Trail.
Yeah,
or-
that would be sick. The John Muir Trail.
Okay, so the John Muir Trail. So which is 320 miles, 280, something like that. It's about 28. We did the math. If you do 10 miles a day, it's 28 days.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think you guys could do the hike around Catalina too.
Yeah, the Catalina Coast
Oh,
Trail. That's
yeah.
40 miles. That one's hard because there's no shade, so it's a lot of sun exposure.
That's a good point.
But you could do that like maybe towards the beginning, like the springtime,
Yeah, you can do that around spring. Yeah.
so it's not super hot.
Yeah, we can do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff we can do. It's just.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and I'm not putting you on
airs.
blast or anything, but through our podcast, it's a really good form of accountability.
Yeah.
How solid are you on this idea? I mean, how much do you?
I
really
love
wanna
it.
do?
I mean, we already have all of the gear we would possibly need. We have literally like basically REI in our garage.
Yeah,
So there's nothing that we would even need to buy to do
it's
this.
just a matter of doing it.
It's a
Well,
matter of execution.
Yeah, well, I guess to me, it's just I want to make sure that all my ducks are in a row
Yeah.
before I do it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just want to make sure that I'm.
Well, we'll start super small.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll go up to Idlewild. We'll hike up to Strawberry Fields campsite,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is about, I don't know, like 2-3 miles. Spend the night there, hike back.
Yeah.
And we can do that once or twice, and we'll add on to a little bit of time, height or distance every single time.
Yeah, because I mean, I like as much as it would be awesome to just jump in and do like.
Well,
I
you
would-
couldn't. There's no way.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, I would rather take my time
Mhm.
and precisely.
And enjoy the journey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Instead of like going into a trail and be like, oh poop, I'm
Yeah.
not ready
Yeah.
for this.
So then,
no, I'm sorry, but the reason I was asking is because I mean, like I said, this is a really good form of accountability.
Mhm.
So maybe every once in a while, maybe we can check in and be
Yeah,
like,
see where we're
hey, you
going.
know what? I went to Montserrat,
yeah,
or
'cause
I went on.
ideally,
Yeah.
before you do the John Muir Trail, which is it's hard. It's not easy. You start at Yosemite Valley and you hike all the way to Whitney, and you climb Mount Whitney, which is, I believe, California's highest peak. It's easier if you do the hike that Stranger and I do. So we start at Mammoth and then we hike down to Tuolumne Meadows. So that's 4 days. That's about, 30, 40 miles. And that's a fun hike. So that's where I would see in terms of like in game, that's where I would want to train to do.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that you okay, Brandon?
Yeah, I just gotta go to the bathroom.
We'll
So
go to the bathroom.
no.
Can you make it 45 more seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to be
so
No,
like,
yeah. I mean, because I was fine for like 20 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I can just hold this out. And then the past 5 minutes, I've been fighting a fierce battle.
Okay.
Are you winning or losing?
It's about an equal.
So what I was trying to say though is I'm not going to be like, you have to hike
but
Muir
like you
Trail
say,
by this time.
Yeah.
But accountability, and I think it would be really cool. Everyone, like maybe every couple of weeks or
Yeah, it's a cool
so
experience.
idea.
Yeah.
Just kind of check in, and so everybody who's listening can kind of follow along with the progression.
Yeah, because Dripping Springs Trail is 18 miles long. So what we can do is we can just do day hikes.
Yeah.
So do 5 miles up, 5 miles down, and that's 10 miles equivalent. So you can get used to that elevation gain and loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then by then,
No, I'm paying attention.
and then by then you're like, if you do that, maybe like once a week, by the time it's time to like actually do a backpacking trip, it'll be a no-brainer.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'd rather just go in full force instead of halfway. So
Yeah, like you say, you're gonna have all your ducks in a row, and you
100%.
want to enjoy the experience. You don't want to be like, oh man, I'm totally underprepared, or oh man, I wish I had known about this before. And like we like I said, we've already got every piece of equipment you would ever need. We could have 4 people go backpacking tomorrow if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We've got so much equipment, so I think we're okay there.
Yeah.
Although Indy, I think, chewed up some of our sleeping pads. Because it was underneath the couch that she was hanging out at, and she was like, "This is great, a little nozzle."
You hear this?
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I was like, "Oh, cool, sick. That's only where I put my mouth." So,
Jesus.
yeah. All right, Brandon. You are you free to go?
Huh?
Do you want to go to the bathroom?
Dude, I gotta poop.
Okay, go.
No, I'm just. Let's
What do
just.
you mean, no? We're done.
Let's just tell them where we can
We're
find
gonna
everybody.
tell them where to find us.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was just gonna run home and take a shit, and I gotta leave to go.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Oh my God! Can we cut this part out?
Yeah, well, I thought it was at the end. Sorry, I was gonna help unsay everything. Bye, you guys.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I was gonna help you. Bye, buddy. Bye.
oh my gosh. Now the question is, do we keep that or leave that in the podcast?
Oh, I don't care.
All right, Mom, you want to tell them where to find us?
All right, you can find us at all social. Okay, you can find Brandon at all social media platforms as Don't Die Disco.
Look at her.
I am on all platforms as Gray Hair Tattoos, and Robert is on Instagram as Robert Pike, and YouTube and TikTok as Sherbert.
Poor little Indy. She got all sad that Brandon didn't say goodbye, and she dropped her toy. He'll come back.
He'll come back and he'll look at my toy.